Hey folks, it's Kai here. Um, I have been really busy and just enjoying myself. The summer is kind of finally over, and it was the most amazing summer ever. I fully immersed myself in all the fun activities and lived life to the fullest, and really just got to enjoy my new body, and also kind of exploring the social aspects of gender transition and celebrating pride and reconnecting with friends. And I just got done with 10 days of the Vancouver Queer Film Festival, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. I didn't realize how many people I know and then subsequently got to know or meet during the film festival, and I just feel like my world is opened up so much and just really expanded, and I'm excited. Yeah, and one particular film that really stood out, all of them really great, but this one in particular, it was called Facing Mirrors. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, either in your own film festival or I don't know if it's available online or what the case is, but it's an Iranian movie, and it's about this trans guy and this cis woman, and circumstances bring them together, and they begin to foster a friendship, and it's very just a fresh perspective on issues related to being trans and queer, and I just feel like it just took such a human approach, or humanist approach, that there just wasn't any propaganda or agenda or anything related to the stories. It was just about them being two human beings, and it was so refreshing, and I really enjoyed that. And it was funny and touching and all the good stuff. And yeah, it's Iranian, so that was cool. And then also, I'm starting to get back into work, which I'm like, don't really necessarily want to, but that's okay. Um, and then the rest of the time, I've also been thinking more about what it means to be a trans athlete and the different challenges, the unique challenges and opportunities that presents. Mainly, I am very competitive. Well, I won't say very, but I am competitive in running, as I've said in other posts. And I'm also starting to swim a lot more, and so I'm trying to kind of explore those aspects. And being a trans guy, yeah, makes for very interesting times with both of those sports, and then I'm sure with other athletic activities, there's a number of things at play, whether that's change room scenarios to being either pre or post op, the different aspects of that. And for me, for example, before my top surgery, I was running with a binder, and that severely constricted my performance and my ability to excel. While testosterone does enhance performance, and obviously there's muscles being built that and strengthened, and so as a result, my performance has gone up in that regard. And then the combination of binderless running and testosterone has produced this very nice combination for enhanced performance. That said, I am switching, I have switched gender categories in racing scenarios, so that kind of counteracts that advantage, because now I'm competing against, peers, essentially, physical peers. Although I haven't quite caught up to, my cohort's ability, so I am at a slight disadvantage right now. So I went from being, top three female to now kind of being in the 20s. And so, it's like, that's fine. I'd much rather be in the male category, and take that hit. But, it's still a consideration, right, in terms of our mental landscape in terms of how we perceive ourselves in competition. So I've always competed with the guys. Like even back when I was in high school, they didn't have steeplechase in grade four. It wasn't grade four. It was grade seven, and as a result, I raced with the guys. Like I wasn't gonna not do it, So, and I was keeping up with them, and I think I kind of was in mid pack, and so that's not something new to me, and so that's kind of exciting to be going back to that. What else? So yeah, I've been thinking about a lot about that, and then getting back into swimming, that becomes pretty interesting because I'm all good up top now. But then the bottom piece, especially wanting to wear kind of these triathlon shorts or speedo shorts in the pool, the lower piece becomes an issue, and so I've had to explore different ways of packing to kind of manufacture a look that won't, create too much. It won't have people looking at me oddly when I'm swimming. Although they already do, because my body is still kind of in that in between state, and so as a result, it kind of just looks funny in general. But you know what? That doesn't stop me because I like swimming. I want to get back into fitness, especially after surgery, and so I'm just gonna do it. But yes, that is, I do feel self-conscious, and you know, yeah, the swimming aspect is a challenge. But, that doesn't stop me from going to a pool with 100 other people in the middle of summer. So, but yeah, and then the whole change room thing, I've posted a separate video on that, but that's also a consideration for trans athletes. So, yeah, I mean, that just gives you a cross section of the issues. I'm sure I haven't even, um, scratched the surface here of the different things that we have to consider beyond just the basic. Well, they're not basics, but other athletes are just focused on performance and getting from point A to point B type of deal. Versus there's a lot of other layers for trans athletes, and then I'm not even addressing all the controversy. Especially, I think F to M is a bit easier in the sports world than it is M to F. In that, there's all kinds of opinions and perceptions on that, pre and post hormone treatment and so forth. So that's a whole nother topic I don't want to get into, but I know there's lots to be said on that as well. So, but I do feel encouraged, especially on kind of international level. There is more and more attention and consideration to trans athletes, and trying to work with them for solutions. And there's a lot of good examples of models that we can pursue, and then there are obviously a lot of not so ideal scenario cases as well. So it's a mixed bag, but I'm hoping that it's trending towards the positive. So yeah. And for right now, I'm training for 2 races coming up. Actually, 3. So there's the Victoria Half Marathon. There's the Whistler 50 relay. So there's 8 and 13K. No, 7 and 13K legs for an 8-member team, and I'll be running a 13K leg. And then I am trying to achieve my goal of doing a sub 40 10K by the end of November, which is another race called the Fall Classic at UBC, or University of British Columbia. And so, yeah, I've got a couple things on the go in terms of running and racing and so forth, so I'm excited about that. And I'm hoping with my increased dosage of testosterone that I'll be able to get to that goal in pretty short order. The only thing I'll say when it comes to tea and training and my changing body and so forth, we had to be very, very cautious of injury. Um, uh, in that it's not so necessarily that I'm overtraining, but that my body is still adjusting to increase musculature and, shifting body proportion, like fat redistributing and whatever. Not that I have had a slight pain in my Achilles where I've been injured before, and so I'm more susceptible to that, and so I need to be very cautious, and I'm always kind of monitoring my condition, and if I feel if it's too painful, then I back off, and so it's just being cognizant and cautious with our changing bodies that training for competition isn't a straightforward pathway, and one that needs to be flexible to accommodate a body that may be like, whoa, what the frig are you doing? So that's just something else to kind of keep in mind for other trans athletes or aspiring athletes. Just to be really gentle with your body as it goes through this. I think it's all good to be healthy and to want to, achieve your best and your highest, but, within moderation and, within limit too, right? I mean, there's only so much that our bodies can take on while they're going through all of this. So it's just like, thank you. And, so whenever that happens, I switch to swimming, and that's my way of getting exercise and maintaining my, athleticism. So yeah, that's kind of some of the thoughts I've had on being a trans athlete. And I am by no means like, high achieving here, but, I do enjoy competition and trying to kind of, I have a curiosity around how much I can, how fast I can go, especially with running. And, it's not like, it used to be obsessive and like, kind of fear-driven type of activity for me in the past, especially as I was trying to manage my dysphoria or get away from aspects of my body that I wasn't comfortable with. But now it's pure joy when I run, and a curiosity. So it's not something I'm clinging on to or needing or requiring to define myself or whatnot. It's just more like, I wonder if I could do this, And if I don't achieve it, I don't. I'm like, I really don't. The outcome is not as solid for me. It's just more an exploration. So that's that. And then there have been other things that I've had a lot of fun exploring in the last several weeks. And I probably need to just do a separate video on this because I've already gone way too long on this trans athlete contingent or stream of thought. But I will make a video at some point about my exploration in my own sexuality. Some very interesting things have evolved, and more be revealed, but it's kind of, I don't know, I like it. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.